on the move with a quicker pace setup outside of B.
Let's see how far they can get through the cave. All the way in, some Pius doubling up on site, and it looks like Matt is trying to be the point man over towards long, but he'll be smoked off in the meanwhile. Heavy God just trying to make sure no one's pumping through those smokes on the ramp side, and the shots look good until they don't. Heavy God only able to snag one away, and the numbers favoring Fluxo in the post.
Nade into the back. Limited damage, not really anywhere near as much as I was expecting. Bit harder now for the G2 side to find many opportunities. Peek back out from Mobs is good, but it's met on the re-peek from Zevi, and suddenly it's only Hunter. He took damage on the initial peak round as well, so it's not looking too good. Back's going to be spotted potentially by Art here. Suspicious of it, taps the bomb, trying to draw in that peak. Delayed face, and it delivers.
Our last day, and then it's just only 3 games remaining tomorrow. So a short show for everyone at home. Oh. Maybe a short round here for Fluxo if they keep walking into Mattis. Managing to grab that AK, and the round turned on its head. 30 seconds. Smoke starting to dissipate over towards the B side, but the bomb is there with 3 CTs surrounding Desenchi. Towards the top of ramp here, hoping that he can maybe make some magic out of this one, but with that smoke fading on the vent, now's the time to go.
Oh, it's even better. First one was nice. Second shot's a great adjustment. Fluxo lighting it up. It's awkward inside the smoke though. A bit of panic. Everyone's running past one another inside of the cave. Mattis trying to make sense of this muddled up situation and gets a bullet to the brain. Oh, he goes mental as well. He's fired up. What a weird round. What a weird one. All right, we'll forget about that. Glad to see everyone's in attendance as well. Fluxo certainly are. They've been getting A-star report cards so far. They want another one here. Trying to find a pathway in, but Malbs denies it on the first contact. It's a good pick back from Arts AK, but they're looking to swarm on in. Swing from Hunter. Zevi under pressure now with the AWP Mac.
Oh. I'm going to be able to slice the 2 remaining CTs in half. Mattis, though, the trade game's good this time. But how's his clutch? That's the question that everyone's asking. And you guys at home as well.
You're playing a slower round on it as well, expecting G2 to start pushing some of the extremities a little bit more now. So left bomb in spawn. Oh, what is that? He finds the head on the walk up towards ramp, ratios some Pius. Mona Lisa maneuvers. I'm in Louvre with the AWP picks, but let's see if they'll get more. Rifle's good for the back tap. Heavy gone, more like Heavy God, as he's out of the server. And they get themselves map control all over the shop. They just can't find a pick, Mac.
Nothing's working. Like, who in the world brings a double AWP to the T side of Ancient and then just makes it look like this? This is wild. This is actually incredible gameplay out of Fluxo. And G2 getting exposed. Mattis trying to do it all in the 1v5, but given nothing.
It's like that, dude. Actually, it is that all over again. Look, it's the same play. The XM10's back. All right, Sun Pius, give me the Sun Pappy cam. He's got it. Big Papa pump in his hands. He's waiting for the play. You got to hit that head. Oh, it's all gone.
I think his shadow just barely seen before he jumped up there on the candles. Though, one of the most aggressive to ever do it will be just trying to create the extra space, and Desenchi coming through on the trade game. Is thinning the numbers here on A. Bomb looking to make its way out. Desenchi with huge space towards that CT spawn. And the Molly as well is looking to filter the CTs off the back of sight. And Desenchi in the perfect position to flank up the storm. However, Hunter crosshair in the right position this time. Lakowski taking him out. And Hunter doing what he can to try to save this eco. Madison a 1v2. Just still trying to find that second player and where he's coming from. But little does he know, they're both just out on the A side here.
It's kind of like watching a game of Counter-Strike in a dream. You know, like if you tried to run, you just can't. You're just really slow and heavy. It's wild, bro. Weird game. Mattis in a weird round. Just trying to figure it out. He's got the grey gears turning as he walks out on CT, but he might have his brain splattered on the wall before that thought can process. Kyle find him, and it's done.
Especially a lot of these qualifiers with the different brands and styles that these tier 2 teams and stuff are bringing in, is always adapting, always changing. Is this one of those scenarios where G2 just aren't able to play?
Unsuspect it. It gives you that edge. But I don't know. I just think this event especially, it's just not been hot. That's the difference. You put any opponent in front of them, it might be a different day, but the CS we've seen speaks for itself. Let's find out in this round if there's much more to be done for G2. This could finally be one on the board. It's all down to Art. Can he deny G2's first round with 5 seconds? No. Sampaius arrives to the server, 2 kills and a round for the boys. So it's better than 0. You do more with it. That's kind of all the facts you need to know about 1. They're already starting to try and move on to 2. It's better because it's double 1. But right now it's only 1. But we're in the 9th round, and there's a minute and 35 seconds on the clock. And you've got 5 players on one of the 2 available teams. On the other team, there's 4. Kai is one of those players, but Kai is now dead. Remove that player. That's 3 left on the T side. Heavy God looking to make some maths here and keep dividing through Fluxo. Down on mid sides where it could all go wrong, though. Look at a question. Maubs waiting for that smoke. There's a nice little totem pole. Nade could be on target.
Timing in the mid push couldn't be better, especially with Descenti over towards this B site. Already in front of the smoke that G2 thinks may be blocking there, but with everyone falling, it's a clean one. And G2 finally figure out what they need to. All right, mid taken. Malbs looking to do it single-handedly, and unfortunately that means there's no one there to trade him if something goes wrong, and that kind of has. Lukowski are mostly positioned to try and go wherever they kind of want. Blocked at Cave, trying to force them into Sampaius' scope, who's ready for it. Shadow advantage. Posted on the right spot. Mattis getting a little ambitious, and is that how the cookie ends up crumbling?
It's footsteps for Heavy God. Here's the thunder footing of the T's in front of him, but on the peak, he's still able to snatch 1. Bullet delivered on target to Art. And it forces the issue so much worse now for Fluxo. They know they've got to clear him out, but they're suspicious if he's recoiled into Deep K. Finds the headshot anyway on the clear. So it is still a 3 versus 2. 19 seconds on the clock. Need to make their minds up. You've got the walk out onto the A sites. They call for that rapid rotate. Knives out, get over there and get the plant down.
And that's just off the back of Descenti lurking in A main for what would have been a minute and 30 seconds before actually making a move out. And now with the man advantage, they are on the precipice of an 8th. And G2 trying to make it happen with the man down on the retake. Lukowski, close range. You'd almost back him there, but the readjustment slightly off. And now in the 2v2, there's info on Kai with him falling as Descenti, who hasn't been seen all round, but now he has. With the HE, the molly. Oh, is it enough to lock in another? I don't see a smoke there for the CTs. And he's played that one to perfection. 8 in the bag.
As if, dude.
We can say looks a slight bit different to what we've maybe been seeing over the previous days. Is Fluxo is winning all these rounds where their time is ticking right towards that 0 mark. And we've seen a lot of teams try to do it as well, but just let that time tick too far. And it's ended up being detrimental to a few moments. This time, though, G2 fending off the mid aggression, the A aggression, but how about this B aggression? Because that's where the package is going. And G2 might, once again, have to try and play for the retake.
Yeah, forced into it. Damage done, at least on the initial contact. Mattis with 1. Oh, doubles up as well. This is looking better now for G2. 5 versus 1. It's all on Zevi. Man should be swarmed, tagged and bagged. They do give a peek onto Mattis that'll work out with at least 1 kill from that Galil. Oh, there we are, though. The proper face. Everyone peeks together, overwhelm him with players and grab a 3rd round.
Is it just a pump into Mattis? Molly and Cave. Lots of Tech 9's going to be getting up in his grills. Just trying to jump head down, but it's easy pickings and Mattis showing what he's capable of.
Yeah, really clean mechanically on that one, dude. Here we go. That's far better. The target range practice pays off at least in the last round, and it is an 8-4.
And looks like the Senti with these Julies is going to start to have a look over towards lane side. Might be able to find Hunter throwing util. He's now got his knife out. That should be free. Yep, there you go. But no one else seen, and Malbs now on the scene of this A site. Smoke starting to come in. Art in a good position to pivot and maybe get a pick off before falling back. But takes a little too long to make his move, although that's experience at its best, buying time by putting the bomb on the ground. And now there is a full rotation and a flood around the corner. Fluxo looking to make their way back into A.
Yeah, quick with it. Malbs wanting that plant. Oh, St. Pius gets the adjustment shot off at least to slow down the retake from the CTs, and Sun Pappy's back. Here he is. He's been quiet in the game, but arrives at least in the second half. For Fluxo now, it's getting a little bit more real. Lose this one, maybe there's some more questions to be asked, but we'll guide you through round 15. Walk out on mids, it's Malb to get one. Headshot up, Zevi with the trade and the little spam just in case. But 1-for-1 openers at least.
Zevi making a bit of noise on that drop, which does draw attention his direction. Oh, and the flames, not enough to polish him off. But hanging around in him doesn't net him a kill, which he was looking for. The boost up gets a nice little angle onto Kai, who's somehow alive and still able to fight there. Just buying time. Lukowski and Zevi looking to make their way out of Temple on the back of site, and Hunter now has to do it all himself. Okay, he's given a red hot crack. 2 out of Temple. And just trying to sniff out where Art's approaching from, who gets the timing, pushing the smoke as it fades on the donut side.
Slaps him upside the head, takes about 30 HP off.
There he is. They're the ones you're expecting him to hit. And the B site going to warrant some extra rotations across from Fluxo. Kai, in the meanwhile, getting info on the other side of the map, and heads up from Malbs. Flicks back just at the right moment.
He could cut them off here on the rotate, Mac.
Oh, but has Zevi been seen?
No.
I don't know about this timing. I think he just barely managed to thread the needle as Malbs goes all the way through Temple, but only gets one on the rotators. And with the bomb making its way through A main, that's clear. And so's the rest of the A site. Fluxo, with that round gap boiling down, as is their economy, it looks like they're instantly looking to keep the rifles alive into the next. The AK, of course, valuable in the hands of a counter-terrorist. So we'll see if they're allowed to save this one up. G2, they've already got Heavy God poised at heaven, looking to cut them off at the pass. And it's no good. Like, he is just hell locked in. Hunter, faster utility, and it's the B ramp rush. CT's not bringing the most into the round, but Lukowski's still here. Not for long, though. Only able to get the single, and that rifle hitting the ground.
Backstab. It's good. More plays made, but Mattis with a quick swivel does some damage to leave him in a really good position now. Heavy God with 2. And Kaiju MP has it all to find. Tying up the game, being the lifeline on the edge of this one. Low HP for both of the players. He could still deal some damage, but if he overextends, his back will be seen. Heavy God spots him. Wanted to duel for the 1v1, had time for it, but Heavy God wins out.
So this may just boil down to Kai and how he can anchor up from A main. He's got no one behind him, and he is in a power position to deny the plant and buy some time for these rotations in. But there's eyes on his position, and he's only good for one.
Oh, one and done. Rest of the Fluxo boys might still put it together and have some fun. That's not what you want, St. Pius. Oh, the overflick. It's created a massive gap in the defense, leaving it down to not 2 players because Mattis is dead. It's all Heavy God now, and he's finished off. The Orbs hitting the stereo frags, booming from either side. I mean, it took him so long to equalize this, but you've got to keep it consistent all the way to the bitter end, and we're not there yet. And Pius being tested as well. Kai just goes straight in, like an arrow down middle, mate. St. Pius caught off, half flashed, flicking away, goes down. And G2 struggling into the 21st.
It's a great way to do it. For all the Brazilian fans out there, shooting right back towards the cubby and won't be able to trade, though. Awkward as Heavy God takes the head off of Desenchi. U2 pulled out at an inopportune time. But the pick towards Cave is big because that's going to be the bomb on the ground. And it's reminiscent of what we saw earlier. And Fluxo were able to complete the weird situation. Malbs, good molly to clear out the close angs. And do they get to a solid setup in time? HE going to continue to pump damage onto Art. But with another one, oh, he's barely got in front of it. Only 2 more points of damage. Looks closer than that to me. Malbs head off his heavy shoulders. And with Kai's position known, does he expect Art tucked away here in the corner? They know that he was close, but they don't know that that was Kai on the chokehold. And with 20 on the clock, the bomb is now at least in the smoke. Oh, and Heavy God doesn't need eyes to see.
The hell? He's just sensed that one out. Heavy God can find the first, but you've got 10 seconds to find the last. Kai's just got to stay tucked. You go running out into his crosshair. And the time is the extra pressure on the server that results in Heavy God crumbling.
And they're looking kind of lost for answers. But can they turn it around? Flash towards Donut. Will force Kai off the mark. Lovely little cheeky tap. Who's that? Malbs. Of course it was.
Ooh. Oh, hang on. I mean, one's manageable too.
3-man setup. We'll get this 3v1, 3v2 even over towards the A site. We'll see if Kai wants to play early or play late. Just locking down the line over towards A main. Doesn't want to drop out, especially with Desenchi. Getting risky through the smoke. Just wait for the rest of the pieces to get in position. Oh, over towards mid. You don't want to lose that one, Art. Now we're down to the 3v3. G2 could be on for 11. Smoke fading. And the flash forward. Zevi, he's down. And G2 have managed to start to steady the ship. Heavy God in a hard crossfire between him and the Donut members, although the Donut players let him cross straight into Heavy God's crosshair, who wants to be the one to keep on playing. And Lukowski knows it's all over for them, at least in this round. 11-11. G2 get through in the 5v2 in the end. My lord.
You can forget about any of the struggles you had on this map as well. If you're a G2 fan, all they need is 1 to guarantee at least overtime as a safety net, and potentially 2 to close it here on the first map. Opening pick is against Mattis though, and when he's on form, that's a big scalp to take. They do still have 4 players alive. Hunter priming the nades, the rest go in contact into A.
Taking us all the way to the end of regulation, which may just be how long it's taken for G2 to warm up. But speaking of, Kai, going to be double tapping across the top of default. Heavy God hunting and almost capitalizing on Zebi's aggression in through the donut smoke. But there's more of that coming, and it's in the form of Lukowski. They know there's numbers in there. And Hunter risking it for everything. Nice open plant. And they've already done the 3v5, but how's the 2v3? Ooh, 1v3 even.
Yeah, I mean, it gets even worse, but hey, Heavy God, we've said his name quite a few times today. Let's see what he's got in store for us here. The AK's loaded, Zevi inside the smoke, diffusing it, snipping the wires. He can't find the lineup, and he's starting to sweat. Goes down as the Famous pushes in. They get match point. It's going to be a hard uphill battle, but if they can punch upwards, somehow catch Fluxo with a bit of ring rust in this round, then there might be a chance for it. It's a lot of util drawing hefty rotations towards A with the plays that we've seen them condition, and they only send in Heavy God. He gets a frag here, bro. You could buy a good amount of time, but backside, uh-oh, still waiting, still delivering kills. He's ruined it for him, Mac.
But can they bring it back? Big ask out of the two remaining individuals. Hunter getting his and Sampaius only a single. The skipper to try and warrant this 1v3. 50 seconds, bomb down. And no real information on where these CTs are playing from. You got one at Cave, you got one just tucked away under Heaven. And Hunter making a nice little move without the footsteps might have just put himself in the perfect spot to get in behind the CTs. Desenchi realizing, yes, there was danger. And Fluxo not necessarily in good positions to trade this one up, but the Tech-9 also not the most favorable weapon to try to finish the job here, and it's going to be Fluxo to do it right at the bitter end. A huge first half and a shaky second, but they get it done, 13-11. I want to be the point man here. And this smoke is going to be disrespected by the T's. Julie's up on the grills. Won't be able to go toe-to-toe there with these Glocks. And Sampaius hears the thundering footsteps coming in on the flank side. No triple for Kai, but Zebi and Art going to try to team up and make it happen with a retake on this B side. It's all Zebi who had to go for the reload. Won't be able to trade. And G2 out of the gates. A stronger start to the second map. The interference. Always forgot about that part too. But look, Fluxo going to try to forget about that last round. Hopefully Alzheimer's is in their favor as Lukazi wants to try to make it happen with a scout on short. Not something that you'll usually expect to work effectively. Zevi trying to shoot fish in a barrel, just spamming away. Lukazi will take Mattis out in the meanwhile, and the chaos is going both ways. Kai straight through with Zebi 2 over towards Archers, gets his mitts on an AK. Now he's got the range advantage, although no armor means aim punch is a factor. And the A site in the hands of G2, but who knows how the next part of the round is going to ensue.
Oh, well, apparently very heavy-handedly from both Maubs and Sampaius, with only one man left, SMG in his palms. Knee's probably a bit weak and doesn't want to drop the spaghetti, which is this now saved AK. So peace away on this one, give it up.
It's looking like we could see Fluxo run away with this first half, but it's all theoretical until something happens.
Ooh, this is becoming all very real. But it's just pain and punishment there, with Heavy God walking away with that initial play. Good damage back on the Battle of Banana. Some punishment being found with a P250 from Art. Tries to get inside of the smoke. He's pulled out the blades. Oh, he's butchered him. Oh, Sampaius. He's been chopped up by Art. Taking the hatchet to him, mate. I can't believe it.
Oh. But the offline doesn't work. Heavy God. Saving it with a big breath of relief, mate.
Back up from the boys. They had utility this time as well. Could be a key difference. Flames at his feet, still holding. Oh, sideline peek. Didn't expect the cubby, so Hunter loses his lips.
Oh. Malb's almost able to double it down. And Art will still stand close, but hit a cracker onto Sampaius. Maybe showing him how it's done.
Just trying to skulk their way in. You've got two flashes for Mattis, which can be the difference of even being able to get up quad at all. But let's see if it helps bail them out. They drop in. Zevi perched, waiting for the peak. 15 seconds. First frag's good, but Heavy God trades. Rotations there. And it's a simple snap from the rotate.
Many other teams, you know, I think there's been a couple of Oceanic teams and then some European ones dropping the Vamo Caralho. Which is usually reserved for, you know, the Portuguese-speaking individuals, is Art on Inferno. Man's been a beast for a very long time on this map, but ooh, faded by the first jump across. Oh, that is classic Art maneuvers. No scope through the smoke to kick us off here, and maybe set them up for the retake. Scopes on the right spot, but just doesn't hit the mark onto Sampaius. And now it's G2. Man disadvantage, smokes up, and a bit more util to buy the time towards the church side. But let's see what Fluxo can do to commit to the retake.
Mattis tucks in close. Usually a bit of a speed demon with his P250, but it's Hunter that moves swift. Jabs out with the uppercut on Zevi. Arch strips through one. They're close to the site now. Good collapse back. And more than enough time to play with. They jump on it. Yeah, get the kit on that. Snip them. Snip them. Don't let it go. Okay, it's fine. He loves it, though. He can smell the ecos. He's had a big, deep breath. Can smell G2 at Banana. Oh, no, not like that! He pulls out the nades. Oh, God, it's all blown up in his face. And, well, Descenti doesn't have a face remaining after Mattis caves it in on the entry. Bounding past. Hunter's able to stay alive to plant the bomb as well. Zevi could not find it. You've given them guns. You've given them an inch. And now they're turning it into an absolute mile. Hunter set up. He's the tripwire that Lukosi doesn't know about. Walking in towards CT. They've got the cross covered all down to one man in Kai. Back turned and most likely burned soon. It's all about the go the way of G2 over again.
No stick, no chance. And look, the moral of the story is sometimes art giveth and sometimes art taketh away. In the 7th.
Ooh.
Well, I say that. And then art's just doing that. Running around spraying with the UMP. And things getting a little sloppy. Zevi hitting some harder ones. And maybe sending the bomb packing back towards the B site. Incent to force Malbs to fight, but he's happy to take that one. Taking a slight tick in the Incent, but almost the B side off the back of it. Sampaio's lucky to be alive. Lucky that Malbs knows the sun's out, so guns should also be out. And there you have it. There's the 5th.
Bloody hell. All right, we're getting it done. Yeah, dude, perhaps a little bit overly ambitious with the repeat plays from Mark, but it wouldn't be him if he didn't. He's conditioning them to be very wary of it, but, I mean, Malbs was just unfazed. Like, the tap shots from that A4.
Hyper-aggressive plays that we are seeing the CTs constantly make. Orb still in hand here for Zevi. This time is almost a spitting image of before, but both CTs get destroyed. And that's going to be the B side, or A side even, open for the taking. I'm having some technical difficulties. I think I've got a pit here. Need more caffeine in the tank.
Yeah, you got to top yourself back up. The tank real empty.
Box.
You can fix yourself, mate.
Thanks, Matt.
It'll all be good, don't you worry. Tell you what is good as well. How often do you see MP7s in play too much these days? Only a few boys still rocking it. It's good as well. Look at this. Right, well, that one not so much. But he still, you know, you get it. You get the point. Deadly combo here, though, dudes. Mattis and Heavy God going for the run out towards A site. Balcony control to hold. Let's see if they got it in them. The drop down, hitting them with the COD plays, spamming them with the MP7. Uh-oh. Shenanigans afoot.
We'll see if Kai and Lukowski can set up this crossfire. If Lukowski just going to bait over towards Cold. Kai's still just dancing around trying to use the cover of the mini pit. And the T's not going to be given anything until Kai gets a bit too big for his boots. Molly as well forcing Lukowski into the open, and that's going to be the A site in the hands of G2. Now, can we just talk about the entry pathing? I think it was Mattis who went out first, just across the top of, was it Zevi in pit?
Yeah.
It was just lost. Like, you don't expect that. That one flash was enough to just break the eyesight.
Oh, yeah, dude. It freaked him right out.
I hate it, but I'm just trying to learn to enjoy it.
Well, so you're like waking up every day with smelling salts, just wrecking yourself. Like, I'm alive!
I should do that, you know? Maybe before the deadlift so I can bring that one in.
Oh, mate.
Bringing in the pain. This time, the aggression works out for a double. Realizing that G2 were trying to push that half wall. And now with a two-man advantage, surely Fluxo find a third in the CT side.
See this right now, Mac, this would be you. Actually, not this. That's not what's going to happen if you starting your day off with smelling salts. It would have been when he banged everyone out on Banana. But yeah, you'd be on a rampage, mate.
Listening to the lovely sounds of Banana. Definitely not the most sought-after soundtrack on Inferno. You got the barnyard, the cows and the horses over towards CT spawn, but let's see if there's going to be Nay to find on the B site or if they're just hiding in the smokes. Lukowski shifting straight into danger's way. And he won't be able to save the day. That two-piece at the start looked so good for Fluxo, but from here, it's down to a 3v2. G2 playing perfectly. One in front of Dark, one behind, and a flash across the top will not set up Zebvi for success. It's Kai, the young gun, to try and make it happen, but he won't. 10-2 at the half, and G2, they are here with a vengeance. Almost a spitting image, except G2 are going to put it with 4 from the back. And only Malbs to try and hold down the fort. So a lot of pressure on him. In the meanwhile, it's going to be the util lost in the thick of things. Couple of dinks coming through and making things real awkward here. Lukowski can't see a damn thing. He's just blinded at car, and it's worked out perfectly. G2, no casualties, just a couple of injuries. Make their way back into a good performance from where they know they can be. Boost across the top to try and deny the exit. However, in the meanwhile, the wrap around the world will not be completed. Lukowski taken down by Orcas in the Atlantic.
That's the crazy thing about Orcas. They have been known to follow trends as of late. They've been spotted doing all sorts of things. So winning around a Counter-Strike, well, that's another one that very well could be on the cards. Here on the push up close, the Tech 9's good for the shutdown of Heavy God, but Hunter is moving Chris. Oh, the choreography of Counter-Strike was so clean from him. And it leaves it on Kai in an uncomfortable spot. But the first tag, it's enough impact to at least buy a sliver of time to play with on this, and they're both low. A1S picked up, he's not playing for the bomb, he walks up, going for contact, doesn't expect both of them on the left. Could have had a chance, but coulda, shoulda. It's G2 with 13, and that's cash money for at least the second.
You got to win this to get anywhere near that conversation. Lukowski, he's getting near the action, as is Desenchi over through underpass. And it is going to be the T's coming out on top for the most part. Desenchi going to be tucked into the corner, but there's 2 CTs here, and 2 CTs is too many for the T's to deal with. G2 backing away, as Hunter doesn't want to lose the package. In the meanwhile, it is going to be another found, giving the number game over towards the CTs once more. Fluxo hitting hard, as Heavy God is now just trying to buy time and space here on the A site. Some pious not seen. And this P250 could rip through real quick too, but gets that double eventually. And it's Art who hasn't left the B site just yet in a 1v3 to clutch.
That's most likely it. The round itself going to go G2s. They will exit towards T-spawn, so you never know. Could take some scalps, and he's gone.
Let's go!
So you had plenty more time to get comfortable in the morning, you know, warm up, spend your day, play a pug or two even. And now on the gun rounds, Kai going to be able to find a little gap across the top of the smoke there over at ladder. And the B split gets torn to shreds, but Sampius doesn't want the round to be down to nothing just yet, as Heavy God looks to regroup with him at mid.
Well, we'll see if this deadly duo can still do too much to bail G2 out of the 4th round. Find themselves in a bit of an uncomfortable deficit in the battle of attrition, with Fluxo having 4 players alive here. Sampius down on mid-side with 46 health. Heavy God clearing out top short. Knows where the bomb is. You've got it covered. Okay, Z in towards window. Kai as well being swung on. Sampius position compromised, tagged, bagged, and finished up. Fluxo will lock that one in.
As Hunter makes his way through underpass one more time. Flash in, but Art looking to disrespect the utility will beat Mattis to the punch up in the corner. And Mattis doesn't commit to the hard clear, is none the wiser that Art has used his calculated aggression again. Desenchi across the top finds 1. And that'll keep the numbers strong. Where to for G2? Lukowski in the meanwhile taking Palace, sets him up for a position where they can play retake on A. If he's able to survive, it looks like Heavy God could be coming here.
Oh, he's going to peek it. Heavy God. Oh, Swings, it's nice contact. Drops in with a bullet straight to the face.
Big damage onto the two G2 individuals making their way out of apps, but it's all about how Heavy God activates. No eyes on him just yet as he's walking up straight on the short wall. Tucked away at empty, might be able to activate off the back of Kai's contact, and in comes these picks that they're looking for. Hunter though, 1v2 to try to make it happen, but that time has gone too far, and the clock will win it for them. It's just how the A-ramp push activates. Lamp flash good enough to make things really awkward. Okay, dancing in and out of the smokes there. Look, how's he going to be able to spin around? Find himself mad. Says Heavy God wants to put a Sun Pious on that skewer too. 9 bullets in the magazine and hoping that he can maybe spin around in time. Gets another and has almost done it all himself this round. Descenti joining the fray, and in the 1v2, 30 seconds. Sun Pious does have space to plant, but can he clutch it?
Well, bomb down instantly on a repeat, though. It's Art with a draw, finding it.
Try to get that A-main block smoke out in time. I think he might have been seen by some Pious who is going to disrespect it. Look at that, Mattis. Eyes on the prize and the crosshair on the perfect position. And now without CT control, the A-site member is going to be locked over to a jungle, but that fight's not going to be won by them. Heavy God finding another head, and G2 killing all the Fluxo individuals and fending them away 2v5. Fluxo going to hang around and maybe try to find a pick here, but I don't think the round is ever going to go their favor. Well, still plenty of the half to play. Kai with the smoke towards the bottom of mid is going to look to exit at some point, or so that is the thought. He will reaggress on apps and some Pious. Oh, he's been timed. He is, okay, aware. Swings back just in time.
Block off connector in a window as well. Art's already on the boost, short side, looking to hold it down from the elevated angle. Gonna have your crosshair in the right place. It's a quick adaptation from Heavy God that results in not one, but 2 clean kills. Backline assault from Lukosi, and it's all on him in the 1 versus 3. They're low, sure, but he's got to get a move on. No kit on his person as well. If he wanted to go for it, it'd be such a limited opportunity, and he knows it. Got to just cut it lost, keep the weapon, give this one up. It's the 5th round for G2.
Solid entries there on short, reading the CT setup perfectly. Take down the man boosted up. I believe they knew one was in ladder. Not that it's too much of a readjustment from where they were all aiming anyway. Kazi flashed. Barely missed. But theoretically, that was perfect. And, okay, exits, that's extra money. And if he can get his mitts on the AWP, which he will.
With our CT side defensive orb, but with no one coming towards B, you're going to have to be fast on your feet. I mean, he's rapid moves. He's getting over towards A. And look at Ozzy with 2, the 5-7. Dividing the numbers for G2, and Zevi allowed to flick up with the USP. The starting pistol makes the world of difference, and Art looks to end it. Puts the barrel to the head of Heavy God and silences him. A second as well, scopes in to shut it. Fluxo bite back.
That'll be a big swing. Orb still in hand, AK retrievable. Tactical timeout initiated for G2 just to try to figure things out, because that did not go as expected. But it was lovely out of Zevi to even get that 2-tap on the Tetris player that was trying to clear him. On the stick is still able to have huge impact no matter how much health you have. Just one shot potential is incredibly high with the AWP, and this A-site defense going to get crunched. Descenti not realizing his little elbows were poking out there on the stairs, and Art trying to fight in this one. Oh, through the ticket booth. Won't be able to connect eventually. But it's posted, wants to go toe-to-toe with Heavy God. How's his shots though? Zevi a little sharper, and it's double AWP on the retake in this 2v2.
The left and right speaker booming out the bass right now. Zevi reverberates through the round, and Heavy God is the last one left trying to stop them. Here on this retake, time ticking away, but they've got a decent amount to play with. Utility for Zevi. Switches out to the rifle, wants to be a bit more mobile. Flash in so Art can take the peek. They've got to get towards the site now and force the peek out from Heavy God. They're giving him the 1v1s. Heavy is the hand of the god, and he delivers a backhander, but only to one. Zevi with no time, it'll still be the same outcome. G2 with 6.
That, you know, I'll get a gold star for that, but...
Win him over a little bit. It's a good strategy, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Hello, Mattis. He's warmed up. The barrel is red hot.
Smoking even. After those couple of shots. But are they locked? Stocked? That's what the people want to know. And is the Kowsi going to have eyes on the right position? Oh, Hunter cleared and body impacted by that HE. As the T's now just trying to flood onto the site. Kai only good for one with one of the couple of rifles brought to the party. Just swinging around. Madman. We're going to find him, but he's building the aggression. And Descenti, unfortunately, goes for the Giga flank. Huge rotation in from Apps. And G2, they are not looking to force the plant. So it does allow the CTs time to make their way a little closer. Head down. Unseen. Unchecked. Just trying to play this one together. A little balaclava poking across the top. Isolated fights. Descenti with the info, but not the shots.
Yeah, unlucky. It was a nice read. Almost felt like he actually did have a window of timing as well of how he played it. They weren't quite watching the angle, but are we getting an 8-4 half out of this? The Cozy top mid straight in with a smoke to shroud it. Hello, Sampaius. He takes damage, but he gets the kill.
Will he be able to get back to jungle? No, caught in rotation again. It's a recurring theme this series. And now in the 3v5, it's going to be incredibly difficult with just SMGs to make this one happen for Fluxo.
Every fight's so awkward as well. The nade only dealing one single sliver of damage, nothing connecting, nothing gained. But for G2, the prospects are looking good. 8-4 half. Can they lock it down, or will Fluxo come back? Find out after this.
May solidify that somewhat. But let's see where Fluxo are going. 4 down the middle of the map. Bomb starting to make its way up con, but there is a 3-man setup and A main control. And with those 2 picks or even 3 coming through, Fluxo's hopes and dreams of making it to stage 2 could start to crumble right here.
Oh, it's all slipping away, but they're trying to get a grasp back on it. That's not the way to do it though, Art. Mother Hen on top of the HE, takes 50 damage at his feet. Ooh, still alive though, because Malbs is forced back off the angle. He was looking to try and just split him in half right there with that USP. Art will eventually crumble, and the outcome is still the same. It's mandated G2, another pistol. Deep incendiary towards ramp side. Heavy Guard got the green M4. Wants to leave his opponents green with envy with the plays that he can make, but it's Sampaius that pays the first bill. Headshot spotted, Luca AZ down and out. So again, Fluxo fighting with 4. Never quite having a full firepower, and they're getting extinguished by Malbs. Good for 2, even taking the fight towards Descenti, close in connector, but he'll rip the head off with a wall bang. Trap though, you're surrounded, calling for backup, and the cavalry might arrive. It's Art at the top to try and stand strong, but it's all on him now. B site is open, smoke for the cross, they're peppering on it. Ooh, hang on. Is the maneuver going to work? He tries to sell the idea that this is a B play, double back through the smoke. He's walking out on A, but Heavy God is still here. He won't waver, he won't fall, and Heavy God gets another round.
And the camp looks good, but we were not getting that at the start of the series.
No, not whatsoever. Ooh, mate. I don't know, dude. They had it at one point, but this ain't it.
In the con box. Oh. And that That'll be the bomb down on the ground. Art needs to try to trade it. There is still 2 members here, and that works out well for them. Bringing it back to the 3v3. Bomb retrieved, but they don't want to risk it by walking into that A site.
Everyone a little bit paranoid about where the next peak's going to come from. You could see Mattis anticipating the fight. And he will get his opportunity to be in the sun once again here in the 17th. Hunter in one foul swoop could end the game though. He's watching for the cross, ready for single shots. And it's all down to the last T who walks into St. Pius's crosshair. G2 through trials and tribulations survive as they do correct the course and close the series here on the 3rd map of Mirage.